Okay, good morning, my dear students. Today we are talking about writing instructions. And this week we are not only learning about recipes, we are learning about recipes in a form of instructions. So we're going to talk about writing instructions, how to follow instructions, and how to give clear instructions. Okay. In this lesson, we are going to write different types of instructions. We are going to write instructions for recipes. We are going to learn about classroom instructions. And in this part, we are mingling science and English together. So today we are going to talk about instructions of how to plant a tree. So down at the bottom of the garden, here we have science and English are mingled together. So first of all, we are talking about what you will need to do this. We will need soil, seeds, watering can, spade, and pot. So as you can see in the picture, they are filling the cups with soil, and after this they will put the seed, and they are using spades. Now in this part, what are instructions? So when do we need to give instructions? Instructions are written for someone who needs to know how to do something. So you are giving instructions for someone who needs to know how to do something. And here we have steps. So this is the first step. So if we are going to teach someone how to brush his teeth or how to brush her teeth. So first we get toothbrush, put toothpaste on toothbrush, turn on water, and then wet the toothbrush with water, brush your teeth, turn off water. So here we are giving the instructions or the steps. They are very simple, very specific, and very clear. On the other side of the picture here we have instructions of how to make a sandwich. So first of all we need to have a title. So how to make sandwich. This is the title. So number one, what I want you to do when you are writing instructions, write the title first, how to make a sandwich. And then we write the ingredients. I told you before about the word ingredients. So this is the food that we need for making a certain dish. So how to make a sandwich, here we have the ingredients, 2 slices of bread, and then we have a cheese, tomato sauce, maybe we need mayonnaise, tomatoes, lettuce leaves. Okay? And then we have the steps. Whenever you are writing the steps or writing the instructions, we use something that is called the time connectors. What are the time connectors? They are first, second, third, and we have after that, then, and finally. Okay? So we need a title, we need ingredients, we need the instructions, the steps, and we need time connectors. This is how to write instructions. Now we're talking about the instructions of how to plant something. So first of all, we need the title. So what is the first thing that we need to put here is to put the title or the heading. And then we need the steps, the instructions. Okay? And of course, whenever we are writing instructions, we use what is called possessive verbs. Possessive verbs or imperative verbs. What are the imperative verbs? Is to use the verb like mix, do, steer. And here we have imperative verbs like get, use, fill, make, push, cover, water, leave. Okay, so we have first again, we need to write the title or the heading. Number two, we have to write things in order. And whenever we are writing things in order, we need to use imperative verbs like get the flower pot. Number two, use the spoon. Okay. Number three, fill the flower pot to the top. Number four, make a hole in the soil for each bulb, and then push the bulb gently into the soil. He's giving you the instructions. Cover the bulbs with soil and water the bulbs, means to put water inside, and then leave to grow, watering regularly. So we need here a pot, a spade, seeds, and some water. So they are the things that we need, and here are the steps. So for writing instructions, we need first to put the title, write the things that we may need, and then write clear instructions. Okay? That's so easy for you to do. Follow my steps. Number one, write the title, write the instruction, the things that you need, and then write the steps. Use imperative verbs. As you can see here, we have get, use, fill, make, push, cover, water, leave. Okay, so let's go to the steps how to plant a seed. And as you can see, what is the first thing that we have to begin with? The first thing that we have to begin with is to write the title, how to plant a seed. Let's see the first step. Okay, here, what do we have here? We have a pot. So the first thing that we're going to need is a pot. Okay, so get the pot. Number one, get a pot. This is number one. As we are talking about number one, this is the first thing that we need. Number two, second, we need to put soil inside the pot. We need to fill the pot with soil. So put some soil in the pot. So they are the instructions. So we have the title and instructions. Number three, what we are going to do after that, we are going to place the seeds in the pot. Place the seeds in the pot. Very clear instructions. I want you to be very clear. Number four, after placing or putting the seeds, what we need to do now, we need to cover the seeds with soil. We need to cover the seeds with soil. So here I'm going to tell you something that is very important I told you about before, which is that you need to begin with the capital letter and you need to put a full stop at the very end. Okay? Like here, the capital letter for get, and to leave a finger space between each word and the other one. You need to put finger space. So get, and try to leave a space, and write a, and then try to leave a space and write pot. So begin with the capital letter, leave finger space between words, and put full stop at the very end. Okay? And today we are going to talk about time connectives. Time connectives. What are the time connectives that we need to use whenever we are writing the instructions or the steps of doing something? like the instructions or the steps of making a sandwich, or the instructions or the steps of planting a flower, we need to use these words. What are these words? We have first, then, next, finally. Again, first, then, next, finally. They are called time connectives. Time connectives. So here, if I want to use one of these time connectives and I want to put it here, which one I'm going to put? This is number one. This is the first thing I need. So first, get the pot. And get is not a capital letter anymore because first is the first word. So I'm going to begin F as a capital letter, and get is going to be in the middle. So I'm not going to write it as a capital letter. Okay? So they are called the time connectives. We use first, then, next, finally. Okay? They are so easy for you. And thank you very, very much. Good morning, my dear students. Today we are talking about giving instructions. Okay? So before we studied giving instructions for recipes, and today we are talking about giving classroom instructions and how are we going to write different types of instructions. Okay, so before doing anything, I want you to watch this video now and do exactly. Stand up, listen carefully, and then go with the tune to be able to touch the stars. Okay? Follow the instructions.
You'll go far if you reach for a star. Imagination is the key to create your own destiny.
You'll go far if you
I
reach
wish
for a
I
star.
could